So the TikTok video is still uploading. That's part 1. The strange thing is, well, it's not strange, it's pretty obvious to me. Hey guys. Hello. I don't really get offended or get hurt or anything if people are doing much better than me, but it's like if people who used to always talk down to me, I don't search up this stuff, but it's just that I know for a fact. But I'm mentally and spiritually, well, definitely mentally. Spiritually, I was always spiritually attuned, but I was just in an abusive environment, so mentally I'm a much better place. Financially, well, I'm at where I used to be, but at the same time I'm not, because everything costs a lot more, but that's alright. It's worth it. It's worth it. It's worth it to not have people have a place where you're not constantly invalidated and told that your experience isn't real. Yeah. Or where people look down upon you for whatever reason, and when you start succeeding, no one cares because you were aggressive in your pursuit to get ahead in life, and then you got ahead in life, and now they want to be horrible in return. I'm just speaking things. I've seen little things, but at the same time, it's like there's nothing compared to what I think would possibly happen if, one, I don't say anything now, and it might just happen anyway. If not, so bring it. They say something could happen because you keep speaking out. Something could happen. Well, I nearly died a few times anyway when I wasn't speaking out due to suicidal tendencies, all that type of thing. So I know that I'm way happier now. So a life like that is not worth living. So I let my voice be heard. Let my voice be heard. Nice bike. I wouldn't mind one of those too. Be nice to live in a place like that. In my opinion, though, in typical human fashion, we'll probably be living here for 2 or 3 months, and then after that, it'll be what do you call it? You get used to it, and it's not as much of a thrill, or as much of a, not as much as a peaceful acceptance of it all. It'll be you're just driving past without even thinking about it. But you've been living there for 4 or 5 months, you'll never think about it, and cross your mind. But that's one of the unfortunate things about humans. Well, from my own experience anyway. It could be just the ones that I knew. With the autistic or individuals and stuff, it would last for a year, maybe even 2, only because they had a really, really, really rough life. So going through all of that meant that they really appreciated things when they got things that everyone else took for granted. So that's another thing I don't like about the it's nowhere near comparison to what I've been through, but there is beginning to be this whole thing in the autism community I see online. No, you have it much easier than I do. No, you have it much harder than I do because you're only level 1 and I'm level 3, or you're only level 1 and I'm level 2, or vice versa. But then a lot of the times it's not the case, because we know that when the world hears of the term autism, they only think of one thing, that we are lesser than them, or, we're not human. And you know what? We are human and we're not lesser than you. Alright. It's good to remember where you come from, because I was stressing out because of my payment for my cybersecurity degree that I've got to pay off each month. I'm just going to say, come what may, I was the way I was, and my life was so bad, so let's just say it, I mean, it's pretty obvious too, It's 560 coming out next week. But right now I have saved 1,200 because I went to go get the laptop battery, because we can listen to the things on here, but there's other things apart of the course that you have to do on laptop, like taking all your notes and the examinations and things like that. I always had a laptop, I just had to go get a battery, and I had the energy and I had the time today to go do it, because I make sure that when I have my burnouts, I pace myself so that when I do have burnouts, I do my very best to make sure it's on my weekends, on my days off, But I'm still going to go get my groceries and get the washing done, and I'm going to push myself to go to the gym tonight, because I've only been to the gym, well, what's today? Thursday. I don't know if I've been to the gym this week. I have been to the gym once, but because other times I can go to the gym like 3 times a week and I'll be fine. But then it gets to a time where I get to burnout because there's so much going on, past the amount that I can physically push myself to do. Yeah, and it's just like I was getting stressed out because of that payment. So that means that next week, if I save all my money, it'll be $1,000, and I won't have any money to spend at the 50-cent concert. But if I only save 200, then I'll have 800 in savings after all of that. Because that's 640 when you take away 560, and then you put 200. And I'm very staunch about the $1,000 thing. Don't spend money in savings unless you got more than $1,000 as the bare minimum. Always aim for more, but then this is happening. But it's good to remember that it was only 2 years ago that I was saving up to try and get out of a $1,800 overdraft, because that was the risk I was willing to take for my mental and spiritual sanity by moving to a new region. And now I'm at where I'm at now. And it's only going to get better, because the entry level for people in cybersecurity, you have to have a degree in order to do cybersecurity in these jobs. But if you have a degree and you get your first job with your degree and you haven't had any other work experience, the entry level is $100,000 a year, which is $2,000 a week. You got to always remember where you come from, guys. And if I do extra studies, that means another year later I can get $150,000. And from there on, I just want to stay loyal to my company for the rest of my life. Now, I know prices and inflation and other things, but I'm very certain they'll still give me the same quality of life, and that means that I can give my kids a good quality of life. Now, I may not be a millionaire like those. Okay, I'll just say it. They run Destiny Church. They sold. They probably, well, I know that they look out for me, because I've seen people that have similar family lines and look like them show up at my work, and they were. A couple of times they tried to staunch me up, but then after that they just started laughing, because my response was to stand up for myself. And since then it was it has been, them trying to look out for me. So